What's up guys, Kayla.a here, and today I'm doing a video I wouldn't normally do. Now most people do make fun of Apple for not changing. Many people say they don't see a difference between the iPhone 6s, 7, and 8. But today I want to say not much has really changed from the 8 to the 10R either. This is a Lego model. I don't have the real thing because it was going to spend $500 on a short or even like $800 because you got to get the iPhone 8 too as well. But however, my iPhone 10R is here, I guess. We're on the same basic setup as usual. Did have to go on lockdown because this was a short video I was getting ready for, but let's continue. First up, the front camera on the iPhone 8 and 10R are the same, both being 7 megapixels. And they both don't have the slow view function that the new iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max do, as well as the 12 mini, 12 Pro, and 12 Pro Max. Now let's just pretend this is a wireless charger. Yes, they both do support wireless charging, but, is it really changed? Is it really faster? Not really. The back shooter is a single wide angle shooter of 12 megapixels. The flashlight's the same. The back is the same, both being glass. Whilst the iPhone 10R is larger with a larger screen, it does not necessarily mean it is better. So now let's point out to the things that are different. To the major things, not small tiny things like Animoji. So let's begin. Well, I guess the screen's larger, but believe it or not, the iPhone 8 has a better screen resolution than the iPhone 10R. The iPhone 10R also has another thing that hasn't been changed with the iPhone 8, and that is, well, barely the speed has changed. A11 and A12 are a little bit different and a little faster, as the A12 is admittedly pretty fast and efficient, but when you put them side by side, you don't notice too much of a difference. Or, unless if you don't put them side by side, you don't really notice much of a difference. The other thing about the iPhone 10R and the iPhone 8 that are barely even different is, well, the material. They both have aluminum sides whilst holding glass on the front and back. So no ceramic shield, no back glass, no stainless steel, just aluminum and glass. And the iPhone 10R, whilst it does hold extra functions like Animoji, these are little functions that not many people would care about. Have you ever said anybody say, I'm gonna pay the extra $200 because I think that a face recognition tool is better than a touch recognition tool, which actually Touch ID is actually proven to be more secure and more safer than Face ID. If you have a twin brother or a twin sister, whatever, they can look at your phone, unlock it. Heck, there's even reports that young children of their parents have unlocked their phones. Whilst the iPhone 8, it's going to be really hard for somebody to have the same exact fingerprint for you. You may think, oh, but, I could just put glue on their finger, right? Yeah, but if you put glue on their finger like a weirdo, then there's clearly something wrong with you. and they're gonna notice and wash it off. And because the home button on the iPhone 7, 8, and SE second generation are capacitive, they won't unlock with Touch ID unless if the person's awake with electricity going through their fingers. Yes, that's correct. You need electricity going through your fingers to make the phone work. So all those dumb people who have swam with their phones, that's the reason why they didn't work underwater. Because your fingers use electricity to work. And another thing about the iPhone XR flawed Face ID system is if you're good at it, you could just take a photo of somebody, which is actually much more simpler. You could literally hide it by acting like the most innocent person ever. Saying stuff like, alright, ready? Hold on. Here we got fake iPhone SE. Alright, ready? Smile. And then, after that, when you're sleeping, they got the photo. They're just gonna face it towards the Face ID readers, and boom, it's unlocked. They have all your data, all your access to everything, all your contacts, all your iTunes music, all your everything is in their hands. And finally, last but not least, the kind of people who buy the phones are the same as well. The kind of people who would buy an iPhone 8 or 8 Plus bought it because they're older, they like cheaper price, and they don't care about the newer specs, or because they want old stuff like a home button. Meanwhile, for the iPhone XR, people want to stick to the aluminum design, or they like the colors, or because, once again, they're old and they really don't care about tech specs. This is where they're both focusing on. But is $700 really budget? No. I mean, nowadays the iPhone XR is $500, while the iPhone 8 you can get at resellers for like $200, $300. But yeah, my God, in my opinion, the iPhone 8 is just a better buy. And yes, the iPhone XR does come in colors, but it's not come in green like I'm showing here. But things that my question is, where's rose gold? I'm just joking. But in all seriousness, that's the iPhone XR and 8 video. And that's really all for now. See ya.